Everybody, this is Shawn Powell. I'm actually going to talk about L7 trade, and in this video right here, y'all, I'm going to tell you it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not really going to sugarcoat it like a lot of these other guys on YouTube are doing this. And to give you some idea, y'all, it is actually 2:39 a.m. in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. I recently bought a boat this week, and it's been a pretty big investment. It was a kind of boat that I always kind of dreamed of having, to be honest. And so I've been doing a lot of trips back and forth to the beach, kind of put online business to the side. Yet when I go to lay down at night, man, I'm watching so many people have mixed reviews and mixed feelings about L7 trade, and I didn't have the time to really look at it. Yet I see people making some incredible income, right? So last night I couldn't sleep. I started looking up here, really stood, and some to date, as a matter of fact, and started looking at the Facebook group, some of the people that's making the money and stuff like, and really wanted to start studying the business, right? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what anybody says in the YouTube world. If they say it's legit and they're preaching it like it's, like it's the gospel, or if they say it's it's the biggest scam in the world. To be honest, y'all, it could be either one, and nobody up here, I don't care who it is, can tell you differently. They're not going to be able to say one way or the other. Now, the reason why, to me, it's such a fine line right down the middle, and it kind of gets people either way, is because when you look at L7 trade itself, it's potentially, it could be real. All the people got to be doing is making the trades that they're saying they're making. If these people are making the trades like this, yo, I can tell you, this could be one of the hottest businesses, making a ridiculous income for a long time, right? And we're talking about unusual percentage rates, right? Now, for y'all who's thinking, why should I do this? Why would I even consider getting into this business? I want to show you something, y'all. I want you to actually see this. I'm going to log into my Nano. It's a ledger, right? So it's a Nano, and I want to show you something. If you can see right here, it says update my device. I have not been in this thing in a long time, right? I've got Bitcoin sitting up here. I've got a couple of these little ledgers, right, to keep them separated. With this one, I have 0.44, something like that, right? I'm going to show you what I've done with it right here. Me actually using this, y'all, for the most part, was back in January of 2018. Well, this is almost working pretty close to 2 years ago, and these are all positives. I don't know if my big head's in the way or not, but you see all the Bitcoin that come in right here, right? So let me tell you what I've done. I'm sitting here with Bitcoin, and I have watched it rise and fall. And yes, y'all, I'm hodling like crazy, just like a lot of people, like a lot of y'all are. But the thing is, I'm not increasing the amount of Bitcoin I'm getting at all, right? So it's been sitting here for a long time. Now, how long has it been since I logged in here? Because of the update, this particular device is actually showing 0.00267, which is actually about $200 to $300, somewhere in the ballpark of Bitcoin, as $18.46. It's just, it doesn't get updates anymore. So it was something that Chrome did or something, and that's fine. That's fine. The amount of Bitcoin was there is real. Now I want to show you something, y'all, because I was so intrigued, and I've seen a lot of the people that I know making really incredible income. They're talking about how addictive it is and how fun it is and how much, just watching it. And now that they've got so many, they got a whole different slew of cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin. They got about 10 different things now, and they're excited about it, right? So I was like, here I am sitting here in this one ledger with a 0.4200, right? So I sent all of it. All of that, the 4,200, it's about $4,400 worth to L7 itself. Out of sheer curiosity, I wanted to see what would happen, right? I haven't collected or made any money at all, just other than watching Bitcoin rise to 14,000 and drop back down, right? Now, first of all, before I go logging in and showing you something, if you were thinking about getting in this for maybe the same reason I did, or maybe you're curious and you want to see the kind of money that you can make here, I'm going to show you, because I have only made two trades in the amount of increase that I have already created inside of my L7 business, compared to it's just sitting there for another year, not doing anything, hoping that Bitcoin goes high. I felt like I'm already in better control of this, and I'm going to show you the kind of money I'm making. Now, if you decide that you want to come into this, The game plan here, y'all, just straight up reality, is going to be getting your seed money back as soon as possible, right? So I put in $4,200, right? That was my seed money that I started with. So my whole objective now is I'm going to try to get that 4,200 as fast as I can, and there's several different game plans to do that. And once I get there, I will probably go ahead and pull all of that out, and then start using the house money that I have created and use that. And if I make a whole lot of money, great. If I don't, I'm okay with that. You're going to have to be responsible for your own decisions, y'all. And to be honest, if you don't like this business and is saying, you know what, this is the biggest scam I've ever seen in my life, then you know what, I applaud you and turn the other way. This isn't the one for you, because nobody can tell you one way or the other. There's no realization about that fact. Just understand this. Nobody knows. Okay. Now, because of the fact that I want to make sure that you're going to get your seed money as fast as possible, I've already calculated that by the time I do the two more, trades that I'll do, somewhere in the ballpark, that my sponsor will personally make $80 to $100 from me alone in just that, because you get a 21% commission, right? There's no multi-level marketing. It's just an affiliate. You brought somebody in. Every time they purchase something, you're going to get a small kickback of it. And it's going to be at 21% of the commissions that you would, the bottom line, basically, right? Now, we still make good money. And one of the biggest things about this business is everybody's making money. L7's making money. Your sponsor's making money. And then you're making money. And y'all, I've seen people make 300 trades where every trade is a win. Now, since I've come into this, I will go ahead and tell you, I have gone from let me show you what I've got right here, just real quick, y'all. You saw I had sent 4,200, right? 0.42 Bitcoin, which is about $4,300, somewhere in the ballpark, right? I started with 4,200 at 7 p.m., y'all. This is the 9:20 at 2:46 a.m., right? First day's commissions, I'm already going to give you back your money, y'all. So for the first 4 trades that you make, because I want you to get your seed money as fast as you can, I can't go no further than the first 4. But what would have been $80 or $100 would have been pretty nice to be getting back. And you could even turn that around and put it back in there. Now, to let you know, I'm keeping a little bit of Bitcoin to the side so I can do that for you. And I probably won't have other cryptocurrencies because they got Dash and other things here. I'll probably be paying you back in Bitcoin just for simplicity for everybody, so I ain't got to sit here and have a pot of everything for everybody. But y'all, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the only person giving you back your first full day, 4 trades, total income back to you in Bitcoin, so that you can help get your, if you want to put a little bit more back in it. 21% is a pretty good commission, y'all. So basically it's what I'm going to be doing. Now we're going to cover strategies in just a second, but let me go ahead and log in and show you what I've done. Okay, this is really, really simple, y'all. Anybody can do this. I'm sure my 12-year-old little boy could probably, and may even one day, I might even have him doing this as his little job on the side or something to get a little kickback for doing so. Y'all, you do understand that when you have trades, that there is so many different exchanges. The other day we had 37. Right now it's showing 31 for Bitcoin alone. Now we got 10 different cryptocurrencies. It's not just this one, not just Bitcoin itself, but I'm going to stick with Bitcoin just to keep it simplified so you'll understand exactly what's going on, right? Okay, out of 37 different available markets, there is a top bid, which is going to be located right here. You'll be able to see what this is, and the lowest asking price, right? So it's at 97.71.77 at this very moment. Now this will update a lot. It's going to consistently update, every time. Now that is a pretty big gap of about 600. Almost $700. That's a pretty big gap in between, right? So between buying and selling, there's that gap that you could make a profit between those two individuals who are looking to purchase and to sell. With that being said, y'all, if I was to set up and look at all 31 at this moment available markets, it would literally take me setting up a computer, a monitor for each one, and observing. And I'm not going to say people can't do that. They probably can. But are they going to get as efficient as they can be as having a system that's already designed for them that actually looks at this and monitors that for you, right? So that's basically it. This is what the trade cycle here inside of L7 is doing for you. So at this very moment, I've actually got a buy going through, a trade itself that's going through. Normally, it would be sitting right here, right? Now, what I would do is I would just click here, put the full amount that's in here, and then I would go look at these two. It goes 10,479.41, right? What you're going to look for is the 41. I think that makes it a little bit easier. So we already found it, 10,479.41. You would click right here. The second is 97.71.77. It would be, let me move my head out of the way. I'm sure it's there. Slide it up for you. So 97.71.77. It's going to be these two right here, and it's going to go to order processing, and it's going to give you some idea. Now it can't calculate right here because I don't have any Bitcoin. It's all being rotated right now, you know, with the trade from the last one I created. Now, understand, I told you earlier that everybody's making money. L7 makes a 40% of commission right off the top, right? They are making the money right off the top. So don't think they ain't making good money. They are. Because it's an affiliate program, just one level, there's no 10 levels of getting paid out of yin yang and stuff like that, y'all. Just one affiliate level itself, you get a 21% commission, right? So 21% of that 600 or 700% of what the bottom line profit's going to be would be going, you know, to the sponsor itself, and then you get the cut that's left at the bottom, right? Now the thing is with this is it's always a win. There has been, I've got a friend of mine, he's done over 300 trades, and every one of them has been a win. There's no not wins when you've got a system dedicated to do this. Now the time zone it takes is about 4 hours. Maybe I would, if you were going to set a clock on something, I say give it 5 hours, and then, you know, and then be able, more likely be able to do your next trade itself. So in the ballpark, we're going with 24 hours a day. You 4, maybe 5 trades in a day, somewhere in the ballpark, but probably 4 is what you are potentially capable of doing. Now, some of you are going to say, well, y'all, I've got to sleep sometime, right? So what we've got is kind of automation trade right here, right? You could set this up to do a trade for you. So if I was sleeping, which I'm not because this thing had me intrigued enough, if I was sleeping, then I could set this to automatically do a trade for me while I'm sleeping. The only variation, and why people don't just set it up and do that by itself and that's it, is the fact that there is a 10% commission. So what you would have made, there is going to be a 10% charge. So if you made $60 off of one of them, well, $6 would wind up going, you know, extra because you weren't even involved in it at all. They literally did the work for you. Now, with that being said, I want to show you the money that I've made. Remember, I started off just as plain as simple. I'm sure that Nano's probably, yeah, it's already dead. That's okay. I'll go over here and show you because you saw it earlier, right? So I started a day. This was at 7 o'clock. This has only been a few hours at 0.42 Bitcoin. 0.42 Bitcoin. We're going to remember that, right? Now, so this was the first trade that ended. I was at 0.42442014. So I'd already made 0.004 in the numbers after. Now let me show you what the next one is projecting, right? I'm already looking at 0.43068 right now, just like it is. I had 42.42 sitting in this that would not have changed, that would have sit there and rotted without getting any more. Yeah, I would have got the benefits of Bitcoin going up or stuff, you know, as a hodling, just like every, you know, like a lot of y'all are. But it's a bigger game when you start looking at in a few hours. I literally have increased the amount of Bitcoin that I'm making, and you don't even have to sponsor anybody to do that. So, in my opinion, this would be a good reason for some of y'all who are teetering on whether or not it's going to go or not. Yes, y'all, you do want to put in the amount that maybe you might wind up could lose. Don't ever go trying to make that, you know, if I don't do this and this don't work, I'm going to lose my house payment coming up this month or anything like that. You got to be responsible for your own doings. But at the same time, y'all, it's a heck of a business that is potentially real when you understand that it's just a very organized system that does this for you. So, again, with that being said, you saw that I've made 0.43068, right? It's going to be somewhere in the ballpark. I tell you what, I want to see what that is right now. We're going to see some real figures, right? So let me go to a Bitcoin calculator. Okay, let me refresh. Let me make sure this is right. Okay, so at 0.42, it was 42.72. 42.72, right? 42.72. Let's do this, paste. So I'm at 43.81. So I've literally made, what is that, 172, it's $110 somewhere in the ballpark, y'all. And that's only 2 trades that I've only been here for a little bit of time. And this Bitcoin would never have made me any more. This Bitcoin has sit there for so long inside this Nano S that it's not even updated. I showed you that, right? Some of y'all are doing just like I am. You believe in cryptocurrency, but you don't have any way to actually create more Bitcoin. You're not having some kind of crypto multiplier itself. So you would be tempted to do this, but I will tell y'all just a straight up y'all. I'm not going to sit here and say this business is the most legit thing I've ever seen in my life. And on top of that, y'all, I have seen people, and it's a good argument as far as that goes, saying that the owner himself is not out front. I understand it. I truly get that, y'all. But at the same time, I have been a part of a business before where the owners were out front making all sorts of hangouts with us, all sorts of stuff like that, and it still tucked their tail and run and wound up we wound up losing a lot of money in the long run. Now, if you do online business, y'all, I'm going to tell you, almost everybody I know has been burnt at some time. If you haven't been in it long enough, but you more than likely will. And y'all, it's one of those things that you just got to take it with you. You're not going to quit online business because of it. This is all I do for a living, y'all. If I would have quit with that would have been, I mean, can you imagine just quitting because I got burnt inside of a business? No matter how good you think a business is, anything is possible. And, and that's just the reality of it. I would always suggest, know what you're investing or what you're coming into the business with and decide whether or not this is going to be the one for you. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to show you the strategies real quick. All right, first day's commissions. So what, I make 110 so far. I'm on probably somewhere around 200, maybe $220, somewhere in the ballpark in the first 24 hours of just cryptocurrency itself. Not even saying if Bitcoin goes up or anything. That's just the amount of cryptocurrency that's been, that's been added, that have been sitting there. So you got to have strategies, y'all. In my opinion, your very first strategy is to build to your seed money as fast as possible. I'm giving you back your first day's commissions. So if that, that's going to definitely help you. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in this company actually doing that. Because of the fact that I do have, there's so many different options, it will more than likely be paying you back in Bitcoin. But y'all, inside of L7, it's a real easy exchange. It's not just, for the trading itself. We do actually have an exchange, and I'll show you. And the exchange itself is literally, my cats are going crazy in here, y'all. I guess it's because I'm up this late, I don't know. But let's say if you come in here and you want to put Bitcoin and you wanted to convert it to Dash or whatever. Maybe you've been watching this stuff up here at the top. If you didn't know, this I right up here at the top shows you the percentages. And sometimes, this is a point, there's a 5.12. This is a 5.26. Litecoin seems to always seem to do pretty good. I've seen Dash at some really good high numbers. Zcash right here at 6.22. So maybe you want to go with ZEC or Zcash or something like that. Well, this exchange right here allows you to do that very thing. Now there is an exchange commissions. This is a 0.5 commission, but at the same time, for the amount of yields for something, that could be enough to eat, the bottom line right by itself and be well worth it. So if you did get paid and you didn't want to keep Bitcoin and swap it out, that's no big deal. More than likely, if you're trying to swap it to something else, there's a good reason behind it, right? So what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's like I said, I wanted to get this out there. I wanted y'all to know that no matter what videos you're watching, whoever it may be, as respected as it may be, if they're talking good or bad about the business, they're honestly trying to give you their best opinion. In my opinion, could this be a great business? Yes, it could. Could this be a scam? Yes, it could be. To be honest, y'all, I've seen people I thought they were absolutely great that I trusted, wind up not being trustworthy, and they were the ones out front. So you can't say just because a business doesn't have the owner out front that it's not legit, because I've seen that happen as well. So what you need to do, y'all, is maybe look at these videos, maybe watch me for a little while. I've already shown you the kind of income I'm making. The game plan I'm going to be having, y'all, is getting that seed money back as soon as I can. My case is going to be that 0.42 Bitcoin. Get it back as soon as I can, and then clear it out, put it back where it's supposed to be, and play with the house money itself so that I'm in the good. And that's what I want to help you do. It's going to be your game plan as well. Y'all, you're not going to create any more Bitcoin with it sitting there just like I did. So let me help you do that, and I'm going to give you your first amount back. If you want to know, y'all, just to let you know, some of y'all may not know who I am. I do other businesses where I sponsor, bring the first person in for you. And I have got the highest ratios out of the whole company, the highest ratio of paid to sponsored. So I am very legit when it comes to making sure that I say what I do. In your case, I'm going to make sure you're covered and make sure that amount. What we will do is, after you get your first your first four trades itself, let me know. I want to see what the total is, and I'll just send it to you and burst it for you, in Bitcoin, and then it'll be yours to do whatever you like. Okay. So if you'd like to join up, if you're not sure about it, y'all, I understand that. Just go ahead and sign up. It's free to sign up to, that's for sure. Contact me. Let me know if you have any questions. And y'all, just keep watching my videos. I'm sure I'm going to be putting out some more, showing the results. And if anything good or bad's happening, either way, I'll report. Okay. I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you in the Facebook groups, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Appreciate it.